woman knelt and begged the men to let her father be buried in their hometown. As she knelt, the woman begged the men to allow her father to be buried in their hometown. But far from feeling any sympathy, the men stepped heavily on her hand. She endured the excruciating pain and finished kneeling the entire time, thinking the men would finally agree. However, every word he spoke was an insult to her father. Furious, the woman tried to fight back, only to suffer an even more tragic fate. She was shot by an arrow fired by a soldier. It turned out the men intended to kill her. With a bitter smile, the woman pulled out the arrow and charged straight at the men. In this way, the men fell to the ground. The woman knew she wouldn't survive either. She took one last look at her father's coffin and collapsed on that freezing, snowy night. But in the next second, the woman woke up with a start, her body unharmed. It turned out she had been reborn. Looking at the familiar surroundings outside, she realized she had returned to 28 years ago, and that day was exactly the day her father was to set off for the military campaign. Determined to change her father's fate, she decided to stop this from happening. Seeing her father alive, she couldn't help but hug him and burst into tears. When her daughter tried to stop him from leaving for the campaign, the father didn't listen. He could never defy the emperor's order. In fact, he had long known that this military campaign was a conspiracy of the emperor.